use the internet more humanely. Dr. Lynda is optimistic. She says there are waves of goodness out there. In her book, Happiness is an Option, she offers some simple shifts to help you thrive in these confusing times. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, we say that it's not making you happy, but I think when you're addicted to something, I don't know that it matters whether it makes you happy or not. So is this like approaching an addiction?
It definitely is. And it's a very deliberate way the internet has evolved to bring danger and signs of disorder to the top. And content creators now, because of the way the internet is organized, are actually working really hard to trigger our most primitive impulses: fear, anger, scarcity, all that. The job is to dominate and hold our attention.
And you say that every click is a vote for something, and it's going to clue in something. So should we just not click on anything?
Well, I want this whole thing to be an exercise in starting from a position of strength, and we can do that with the internet. And here's the thing: if we realize that someone is counting every click we make, and that what we click on, we will get more of. So if we realize that, it sounds like more doom and gloom, but it's actually super empowering, because that sword cuts both ways. Right now, because we don't know the game being played with our emotions, we're clicking on all this fear and danger. But it can go the other way. Once we realize, we can start ignoring more. So what I teach people, the first thing I teach people to do is pause. It's actually super simple. But if you just pause for 1 second before you click on anything on the internet, you can shift up to the savvy part of your brain and decide what to click on, decide what to give your attention to. And that changes your algorithms, and that changes what content creators are going to create for us.
Yeah, because we are essentially the product. So how can you do something more productive? You talk about a gratitude economy. What does that mean?
That's a whole nother thing I love to point out to people, because many of us, in fact, 62% of us are part of this coming new era. 62% of us actually identify as values-driven consumers. So we're actually looking at whether companies are making the world a better place, and then we're deciding to maybe even spend a little bit more with those that are. And that has been growing so fast. I think it grew 13% in 2018. Now, you know how hard it is to move the needle on consumers. 13% in 1 year. So I think it's something that's happening really organically. And that's why I'm calling it a conspiracy of goodness.
Huh. And what do you tell parents of kids who they are just on these phones and devices all day long, and you just worry about what they're watching and the depression with the pandemic? They're stuck on the e-learning. They're watching their phones. What advice do you give to parents?
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is realize that the internet right now is in its initial stages of development. It's very new, really, in the scope of time. And it's like a toddler running with scissors. So the first thing we have to do is stop running with it. And what I mean is we need to pause and sit down with our kids and watch a show like the Social Dilemma. Because what I love about the Social Dilemma is it's not more fear. You're not going to want to go hide under your bed, especially if you pair it with the insights I'm giving people in the book, because they're going to give you the why. And it's very well done. Your kids can understand the game being played with them after they watch that documentary. And then my book is really the plan, what we do next. So it's just super serendipitous that they both came out 9 days apart. And sometimes that's the way the best leaps in human history are made.
Well, the book is called Happiness is an Option, Thriving Instead of Surviving in the Era of the Internet. And you can check out Dr. Ulrich's Good News website at everwideningcircles.com. You can also get more at dr-lynda.com. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much. Have a great day.
You too.
You too.